Hi Pisces, welcome to your extended monthly reading for August 2023. The month of August is going to bring in a lot of energy related to our relationships and our personal identity when it comes to our relationships. So this is some really exciting energy. Again, with that full moon in Capricorn we had in July, a lot of wounds, if you will, were and subconscious beliefs were bubbled up to the surface for every sign. But all of this is meant to help us grow, right? Because as I keep mentioning, we are entering this age of the judgment energy where we answer the wake-up call within and liberate ourselves from shame, from fear. So a lot of these fears might be bubbling to the surface, but we have to have faith that the work we're doing now is clearing and healing, okay? Because we are stepping into an amazing paradigm shift where we have the authority with emotional maturity, okay? So that's really a good way that the tarot just explained that for us in regards to the transformational shift that is happening for all of us. So yeah, definitely when it comes to astrology, I personally don't do transit updates and full moon and new moon workshops or energy work. So I always recommend my favorites. Pam Gregory is wonderful. I really like Stillwater Alchemy. They have great week-to-week astrological updates. And for both those channels too, they go through the houses that are affected, okay? So having your birth chart is wonderful. And then that can help you too when it comes to working with this energy and where to put focus to clear certain things that are still within, holding us back, all right? So yeah, and then the culmination of all of this too at the end of the month with that full moon in Pisces in your sign is going to be really powerful, okay? So the hope is that with utilizing the energy that we have for this month, that Pisces can really step back into their power, because we tend to put ourselves, I'm a Pisces, so I can speak for this, but we tend to put ourselves second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth because we really are nurturers, right? And we always want to make everybody else happy. Well, you can make others happy, but first that happiness has to come within. You have to fill your own cup first before you can fill other people's emotional cups. And then the other part of this too is because all this inner work that came with that full moon in Capricorn in July. You know, like we said, all of this stuff being bubbling from the top, or I'm sorry, bubbling from beneath to the top. You know, for Pisces, with all of that inner knowledge and the depths of our connection to the collective unconscious, those waters run deep, okay? So even if we think we might have worked through stuff, you might just see that, you know, the ocean goes much deeper than you realize when it comes to the emotional work that we have to do. But because you are a Pisces, just tell yourself to just keep swimming. I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Finding Dory, but I constantly tell myself, just keep swimming, especially when, you know, this stuff rises to the surface. And again, related to relationships, okay? So a lot of these childhood, even past life wounds, I feel like it's so much of it's connected to our relationships, all right? And again, we need to have that self-confidence within, and we need to have also the general authority physically and mentally over our well-being. And when you radiate that, then you attract like-minded people, okay? And not only like-minded people, but just people who benefit you in your journey. And then when you do this work, you might also notice that there are people in your life that just no longer serve your purpose, and that's okay, because everybody's journey, sometimes, you know, there's forks in the road, and one person's path isn't another person's path, and that's okay. But yeah, all those things are going to come within, right? And we're going to, once we liberate ourselves from these fears that hold us back, that's when really things are going to get aligned. And honestly, I really believe like by the end of the month, the month of August starts with a full moon and ends with a full moon. Like this is some powerful energy. And then top on that, the Lionsgate portal and the new moon in the middle of the month. Like we have, and like I said, with Pisces being so connected to everything, this is going to be some deep-rooted stuff. And like I said, I think it's with relationships. So one more shuffle, and then we're going to dive into it. And also, too, if you do notice me struggling, I did somehow strain my elbow yesterday. So bear with me when it comes to that, especially when it comes to shuffling, because it is a little bit of a struggle today. But you know what? Those struggles happen to all of us. So like I said, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. All right. One more shuffle for Pisces, August 2023, and then we'll dive in, all right? Yes, I love this energy too, by the way, of this full moon energy that's going to allow Pisces to be the star of their own show. Because like I said, we do have so many gifts to give, but when you want to love and nurture everyone around you, sometimes we forget to put ourselves first. And then when we do put ourselves first, there might be resistance, because you have to remember, Pisces, that resistance comes because you have been allowing yourself to give the comfort to everyone around you and not put yourself first. So why would there not be resistance, you know? So just keep that in mind too, okay? Because that resistance doesn't mean you're not meant to nurture and love yourself. It's a whole routine switch, okay? But yeah, there's just such fresh new energy coming for you. So let's take a look at the energy. Very interesting. Very awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a fantastic. So like I said, I really feel like that culmination at the end of the month is really going to be powerful. Okay, so the situation for the month of August for Pisces is the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is your reminder that you have to take care of yourself first, okay? And rest is best. Now, we're going to have all of this amazing forward-moving energy that is going to catapult us, but we have to balance that with rest, okay? So it's really hard when you're conditioned that you have to overexert yourself, work overtime, strain yourself, just to make things manifest. But that's not the energy we want for Leo season. So with that Lionsgate, this is a good reminder, because you want to set yourself up for the life that you're stepping into. And you can't do that with the same routines that you have right now. So this is important, because we need to remind ourselves that part of that rest and part of that revitalization, that self-care, we need to put in our schedule now, if that's what we want our life to look like stepping into this new paradigm shift, okay? So rest is best. It's like my daughter, she watches Daniel Tiger, and you know, they always say rest is best, especially when you're sick. So again, rest important so that you don't get sick. So when you are tired, when you are overworked, when you give all of your emotional energy to other people, you make yourself vulnerable to getting sick. So this is really important, all right? Rest is best. And again, I think a lot of this too is to routine, incorporating this, making sure you have rest and recuperation as part of your routine. And I'm not just speaking to you, Pisces, I'm speaking to myself, because it's so easy to shift into what other people need from you and not what you need from you. Okay, Pisces? So yes, the theme of August is prioritizing your self-care. So again, with that Lionsgate portal and with that new moon, I think it would be really good to write down a day-to-day routine of what your life will look like with this shift into, and so that's something that, you know, I'm doing too, is I need to incorporate self-care. I don't do it. Oh, and again, like, you have to take ownership of that and prioritize yourself, and not prioritize yourself with frustration or victimhood, because again, like, we're going to be getting to this, but victimhood is another thing where we need to empower ourselves. Victimhood does not empower you, okay? And that doesn't mean that you're not the victim from time to time, but we don't want to hold on to that energy, especially with what we're shifting into for the next few years. So rest is best. And the High Priestess in this position is saying we really need to go within more. So like I said, remember when I said that the depths of the waters for Pisces is a lot deeper than other people? Like, we need to dive deep, okay? So like, I picture, if you've seen Frozen 2 with Elsa, where she dives into the water, those waters are so deep that there is so much knowledge that we have within us. And again, when you're focusing on other people, especially if you're a parent, when you focus on the nurturing and the giving, we don't always, you know, check in with this energy. And if anybody is connected to this energy, it's Pisces, right? And so we need to have more of this in our life. This is really, to me, reminding you that the moons, like I said, the moon energy this month is so powerful. A full moon, a new moon, and a full moon, all in 1 month. And again, the Lionsgate portal. So this is your reminder to really utilize that full moon energy, to see what the answers are inside, okay? So if there is something in your life that is puzzling you, or you don't know how to shift certain energy, your answers are within, okay? Ask yourself before you go to bed, whatever that question is, ask for the answers in your dreams, because you will get the answers you're looking for. So like I said, I really feel like there's some stuff inside that we're still working through. But the Five of Wands of this position is telling me that we have the strength to resolve these inner battles, right? Because the Five of Swords to me is always the battle is within. Okay, so all of these wands are coming from the same tree that is rooted in the same situation. So really what this is telling me, though, because it's in this position, is that you are going to resolve this energy with ease. And I don't want to say ease as in it's going to be easy, but you're going to be able to flow through it and work through it in a way that isn't going to result in more struggle. Okay, so if you are struggling right now, like I personally, like I said, with my elbow, I'm struggling. But when you can put it in perspective and know this too shall pass, and this is a temporary hiccup, you can shift your perspective, right? And make yourself feel more at ease knowing what is ahead. So the Five of Coins in this position is really telling us we need to get out of this poverty consciousness. We need to get out of the victimhood. We need to stop thinking that we don't have control over our situation and over our life. And a reminder, because of the shifts that are happening when it comes to our relationships, and again, these relationships can be personal, they can be with our family, they can be with our friends, or they can be career. So if this is the energy you are in, we really need to be focusing on this, right? So she's not even paying attention to what she needs to be paying attention to, because she's looking to this other source for nourishment, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, but those answers are somewhere else. Okay, so we need to stop identifying with this sense of we are not in control of our destiny. And it's easy to get stuck in that cycle. So if you, let's say this is career related, go on Indeed, go on some job searching place, put yourself out there. If you're a freelancer, get on those freelancing websites, show your work. You have to believe you're worth it, right? And so really what this is telling me is there might be some stuff bubbling to the surface connected to this that's related to our self-worth. All right, so every day in the mirror too. This is a great meditation that I did a few years back, where you look in the mirror every single day and say, I am enough. And oh my gracious, I can't remember their name, but there's a therapist. It comes from a guided meditation. Oh, this is awful. I can't remember their name, but they have a lot of videos on YouTube. But if you even YouTube search I am enough, they'll probably pop up. Marissa Peers, their first name is an M and their last name is a P. I know that for sure. But anyways, then you even write it on the mirror, like with lipstick or something that's erasable. I am enough. And you write this every day because that self-worth is coming from within. And if you're looking for it without, this is going to continue. We need to resolve this so we can clear this, okay? And like I was saying, what we can change is this 10 of Wands energy. So this idea, again, that the weight is too heavy, the burdens are too much, ask for help if we need help, okay? Because these burdens are going to be lifted. Now, a reminder, you're stepping into a new paradigm. So if you can change your perspective on this and understand that this is temporary, that is so important, okay? So you can change your perspective on this struggle. Now, if you can remind yourself that the 10 of Wands is that last energy before we shift into something extremely positive, an extremely new, abundant timeline, okay? So this is in your control of whether or not you view this empowering or something, again, that puts you into this energy. So it's really about, if the weight is too heavy, if there's somebody around you that can help carry the weight, ask. And there's that guilt, right? So you got to start putting yourself too in the other position. So when somebody asks you for help, you just like, yes, absolutely. So why do we feel guilty when somebody is in the other position and we need to ask them for help? All right. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Because, the 2 of Wands in this position is telling me that we need to accept that we can't shift into this new paradigm doing the same things every day that we're doing right now. So like I said, this routine switch and incorporating self-care and putting yourself first, while it might result in this idea or having us question our self-worth, where this is heading is phenomenal. So again, we need to accept that there's a choice to be made. We can stay where we are and continue in that paradigm, or we can shift into the new. And again, all of these answers are within. We don't need to go without. We don't need to ask other people's opinions or have their influence our decisions. The answers are within, okay? And like I said, that dream work is going to be so powerful this month. But yeah, we need to accept that there's a choice. And the choice is, are we going to prioritize ourselves or are we going to prioritize others, okay? So really, Pisces, you deserve it. And again, this shift is going to benefit everybody. And that's the important thing you need to remember is these little tiny shifts. And this is just tiny day-to-day things, right? And again, visualizing what would your life look like if you are in this, right? So what would that day-to-day look like? So open yourself up to the opportunities. But again, accept that there will be a choice that needs to be made if we are going to shift. Because the end of the month with that powerful full moon in Pisces is ending with the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is recognition, abundance, manifesting, and kind of like, on the center of the stage, right? So you're the star of your own show. So isn't that what I said earlier? Like, we need to be the star of our own show. We need to put ourselves first. If we can do all of this work in August, this is what it results in. And how amazing is that? This is pride. This is glory. It's fame. So really, if you are trying to put yourself out there, this really indicates the rewards of that by building up that self-worth. And again, I am enough. Do you think this person doubts that? No, they know. They worked so hard to get to this, okay? So again, switching this up to I deserve it because of this. Like, I did the work. And how amazing is that? But again, we need to switch what our idea of work is and what it means, and remembering that rest is a huge part of success. All right? Rest is a huge part of success. But yeah, this is amazing, okay? And again, like this is also ruled by Jupiter. And so look at your Jupiter, see what sign rules your Jupiter, because I really feel like if we are struggling with finding what it is that leads us to this road, your answers are there, because Jupiter is your luck in life. It's your natural talents. It's what, you know, where you find success with ease. And with this being ruled by Leo as well, I really feel like this shift might even come a bit sooner than the end of the month, but like the full culmination and the full satisfaction will be in Virgo season at the end of the month with that full moon in Pisces. But yeah, you have to, and you're going to enjoy the recognition you deserve, because when we shed this and realize I am enough and I deserve this, that's when that energy shifts, okay? So let's see. We're going to take a look at what past life energy can help us with this middle right here, right? We don't want to have that victimhood. And again, these past life cards, they can be related to an actual past life. If you're a parent, your past life before children, or your childhood and your inner child, okay? So we're going to focus, let's see, Pisces, August 2023. What past life energy is going to help us clear this lingering energy from that full moon in Capricorn? That, ooh, my God. Well, that's too many. Sorry. Like I said, this album makes it a little difficult sometimes with the shuffling. All right, we're going to redo that because... All right, so what past life energy can help Pisces to shift? Especially that 5 of coins. We really want to get out of that poverty consciousness, right? All right, Pisces 2023, past life energy that can allow Pisces to shift at 5. There we go. All right. Well, this is cute. So this is connected to the wisdom card. Now, as I always mention, I like reading directly from this book because the information is so dense. Okay. This card indicates that you have a tremendous wisdom and knowledge from prior lifetimes that seek to resurface now. Okay, wow. What you need more of? The High Priestess. The High Priestess is this unicorn, okay? Even if you've never thought of yourself as particularly wise, this card indicates that you learned important lessons and information that will serve you and others if it is reawakened now. This card indicates that it's time for you to return to school or seek additional education of some sort. This may even be a sign that you're changing your career path. All right, so again, these choices. Your reemerging knowledge is guiding you toward what is more meaningful. This card asks you to believe in yourself. You know what you have to tackle. You know what it takes to tackle a career related to your true interests and passions. Oh my gosh, Pisces. Okay, so you have a choice that's going to be made. And going within, all of that knowledge is in there. And then when you do go, like, again, you don't even have to, like, you don't have to enroll in college, okay? There's courses online, many of them free. And then also, I mean, just reaffirming your knowledge, right? So you might have these answers within, and then you go and watch something on YouTube that reaffirms, oh, this is what I thought. Or reading a book or an audio book if you're not somebody who's into reading, okay? Or a podcast. Like, we are in an age where all of this is so attainable to unearth for us. I also really like binaural beats on YouTube. Those are really great for when we need to just meditate and get to these answers, all right? But yeah, all of that wisdom is within. You are the unicorn in your life, Pisces, okay? So start believing in yourself. You have everything you need to make that shift. And if you have been wanting to make a career path, this is really saying, like, yes, all right? But we have to accept that these shifts might, you know, have a little bit extra weight on them. But if we can prioritize ourselves and clear this victim energy, we're going to be shifting right where we need to be. And again, I don't think that it's going to be as grueling as we might imagine that it might be. Wow, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to pull an empowering question for Pisces for August 2023. What question can Pisces ask themselves? What question can Pisces ask themselves to help empower and unlock this inner wisdom that is going to allow them to accept themselves fully and step into this amazing Six of Wands energy at the end of the month? Okay. All right, well, your question to ponder that is going to empower you this month is, what kinds of situations do I avoid? What does this evasion say about my previous experiences or beliefs? Okay, so with this wisdom, you know, when it comes to past lives too, like this idea that people might not understand, people might not be connected to that wisdom, right? So like for you as a Pisces, you might just automatically know things, and other people don't get it until the time is right. But we're shifting into that time, okay? So if in the past you haven't felt understood, if in the past your self-worth was dependent on how other people viewed you, that's melting away, okay? But again, like we have to make the choice that we are worth it. We do know enough, and put yourself out there. Like you're really being asked to put yourself out there, Pisces, okay? So ponder this, especially with that full moon energy, and before you put your intentions for that Lion's Gate, because you want to face everything, because with this energy, you face those things because you have the self-confidence to know where you're going and how you're helping people too. Okay, so that's the other thing. And again, this Leo energy, like I really feel like this is coming in Leo season. But you need to know that your worth, and also too, because by empowering yourself, you're going to empower other people. That's the most important part, you know? So remember that, okay? All right, so next, what crystal is going to help Pisces? So with these crystals too, if you can carry it around with you in your pocket, in your purse, in your wallet, or wear it as jewelry. If you have an office, put it, you know, somewhere where you can see it. And then also like next to your bed. All right, let's see here. Oops. All right, we're gonna have a few here for you. Actually, no, we're not. I take that back. I apologize. Only one stayed on the table. And it is perfect. It's Peridot. And Peridot is August's birthstone. I know that because my daughter is an August baby. And Peridot is the bringer of joy. All right, so this is perfect. So if you can put Peridot, carry it with you, like I said, a piece of jewelry would be wonderful, because this is so powerful with clearing this, okay? How amazing. And with clearing this too, it's really, when we connect to the bringer of joy, it's so much easier to connect to this energy, or to, I'm sorry, not connect to, but to change our perspective on this energy. All right, so this is perfect. All right, again, this is August's birthstone, so this is powerful. This is a very powerful message for you, because incorporating that Peridot, you're stepping into this. Okay, so yeah, bringer of joy, Peridot, please, if you can have some, or even just a picture of it that you can look at, but obviously holding it is going to be the most powerful for you. All right, so one more clarifying card, Pisces, and then we're going to wrap up. So one more card that's just going to reaffirm. All right, great. All right. We got 2 actually. Okay, so your reaffirming cards, first being the 2 of Pentacles. So again, I feel like this is connected to this idea of if something's too heavy, put it down. But if that thing that's heavy is taking you to this next paradigm, you know, keep that in mind. But we don't want to overextend ourselves, okay? So focus on if there is a shift that you're having, focusing on that one thing and making sure to, again, nurture yourself with that. But then also, too, this is that connection to we have to really start reevaluating what our worth is and what's worth our time, okay? So like I said, by utilizing the self-care and connecting deeper to this, we're going to find the answers, all right? Because I do believe that it's worth it. And I do believe that because, you know, they're annoyed with how long something's taking. But if you are, this is your reminder. It's worth it, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pisces. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And also check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the month. But yeah, this is amazing, but choices need to be made, okay? And those choices need to be made after we put ourselves first and take care of ourselves. And again, you are enough. All right, Pisces? You are enough. You deserve all the wonderful things that you want to manifest. But it's time to go within and get serious about this shift, all right? Because the shift isn't going to happen unless we make the choice to do so. So have a wonderful August, Pisces, and I will talk to you soon.